Hey there, Shalini Mittal here from Tech Gatha, and in this video we are going to have a look at while loops. So we all have already seen the for loop, how do we use it, and if we want to repeat something again and again, we are going to use for loop. While loop is also the same. So the syntax is, if you remember for loop, I say for I in range of 1, 6. So in that case, this loop runs 5 times and it is going to print, say, the value of I. And when I run, no problem, it prints the values of I 5 times. Same can be written using a while loop where I can say a variable initialized to 1 because I have to start from 1. So you can see range 1 to 6, right? So this loop runs 5 times because it starts at 1, increments by 1 and goes till 5 and stops at 6. While loop syntax is, it says while the condition is true, do something. So while it is true, it is going to continuously do something. So I'll say while. Now what should be my condition? If I want to run 5 times, right? So range function gives only 5 values, hence this loop runs 5 times. I would like to write a condition while my I is less than equal to 5. Now the drawback you can say with for loop is, if suppose I want to have range of values say between 1.1 and 6.5. I cannot do that using for loop because I will have to use a range function or any of the type in which I can iterate, right? Or it gives me multiple values. Now when I'm using while, I can easily say while I less than 5. If you remember, we have learned logical operators, or I can say mod 3 equal to 0. So if either one is true, I have to do something. So I can write these multiple conditions using while loop. That's one advantage when you use while loop. So let us just see the simple while loop. So while this condition is true, correct? So I would be saying, so if I draw a flow chart, I will be saying start, declare a variable I, check if I is less than equal to 5, yes, do something, and increment the value of I by 1. Now from here, it again goes checks. My I was 1, less than equal to 5, do something, I is I plus 1. Now my I is 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, and the moment it becomes 6, it is not less than equal to 5, I'll say stop the program. I know you must be thinking that I can do the same with the for loops as well, right? So what's the use of doing it with the while loop? I totally understand. We will shortly see an example where you will see the advantage of using while loops over for loops. And then now when I run this, so you would say it also prints a value from 1 to 5. And if I start this from 10 and if I say 15, again the same thing, it prints from 10 to 15. So that remains the same. Now the case where the while loop is used is when you don't know. So it is used when you do not know the number of iterations to be performed. Okay. So for example, if I take, say I want to take user input, okay, and I want to take user input continuously until user enters -1. So what is my code? I don't know how many times the user will enter. So I cannot write a for loop. I cannot use range because user may enter -1 after entering 1 value, or user may enter -1 after entering 10 values, right? So number of iterations aren't fixed. So I can say, for example, declare a variable n as 0 and while n not equal to -1. So till the time it is not -1, I'm going to take the input from the user, enter a number to, I can say, to continue, or -1 to exit. Okay. Now when the user enters the value, I'll check if n equal to -1, then I'll just say print Cia. Else if n is not equal to -1, maybe I'm just printing. So if we run this loop, let's see, I run. This it prints from the previous output. Enter a number or -1 to exit. You have entered 10, 8, 5, 100, 56. You can see the loop continues, right? I don't know how many values the user will enter. I can just go on and on and on and enter until I enter -1. Now it says bye bye Cia and you have entered -1, and I come out of the loop because n is -1. So it will run while the condition is true. So this is one example where you would be using while loop. Let's see one more example of while loop. For say I want to take n digits as input from the user. So let me just write. Suppose the number is 2, 5, 3, 4. I want to count the number of digits. Maybe say I am creating a game where I am doing a lucky draw and I am counting the number of digits, and based on that I am doing something, right? So here the number of digits are 4. Now if I say enter 1, 8, 9, 6, 5, the number of digits are 5, and so on and so forth. So I really don't know how many digit number a user will enter. Plus I want to count the digits. So how will I count the digit? How will I extract every digit from this number? Simple logic is, the number is say 2534. If I divide this number by 10, right? 253, 2530, I get first number and I get the remaining digits as a quotient. I again take this, I divide by 10, I get 25 as the quotient. Means I divided second time, remainder is 3 and the quotient is 25. I'll again take 25, I'll divide by 10, I'll get 2 as a quotient and 5 as a remainder, which is the fourth digit. Now I'll take 2 divided by 10, which will now give me 0. So now if you say 2 divided by 10, 10 zeros are 0 and a digit. So you can see it runs first. I got 3 digits. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If the loop runs 4 times, I got the count as 4. And when will I stop? When my quotient becomes 0. You can try this for any n digit number. Even if you try for 18965, I'll get 1896, then I'll get 189, then I'll get 18, then I'll get 1, and at the end I'll get 0. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and when I get 0, I will stop the loop. If I want to implement this, I can say number equals to enter a n digit number. Okay, I'll say while n greater than 0. So is it yes? If suppose I enter a value as 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Greater than 0, correct. I want to count the digits. So I will have to take a count variable as 0. Now if n is greater than 0, means at least I have single digit. So I'll say c plus equal to 1. Now I need to do what? N divided by 10. So this will give me what? 2, 3, 4. Correct? I'll again say n greater than 0, yes. Increment the count. 2, 23, yes. Increment the count. 3, 2, yes. Increment the count. 4, 0, stop. So then if I say print C, and if I run the module, I'll enter -1 in the start only. Enter a n digit number. Sorry, it is number. My bad. So the count you can see is 4. So these are the scenarios where you would be using the while loop, where you don't know how many iterations you have to perform, or you have to write some conditions which you cannot write in a for loop. So this is all about while loop. In the next video, we will see few programs using while loop. Till then, happy learning, take care, and bye-bye.